gave you a simple example, and then on Wednesday we tried to talk about the tower of noise and failed miserably on my behalf. It did get better for the 11:30 class, but I realized that this is actually going to be impossible to successfully discuss the tower of noise without talking about stats. So stats are in that. So I was going to do that today. And then I was like, you know what? Feeling kind of lazy? Yeah. And I really was very concerned about this non-submission of assignment 1. So, for those of you that are very uncomfortable with this whole idea of reading the data file, seriously, we do this all the time in the real world. We really do need to know how to read a data file. So there's a couple of things. So if you're in that 154, you might want to look at peek at what's up on the monitor here. Something that's very important that I learned. When you have a data file and there's a name associated with it, it is case sensitive. So for example, someone emailed me and said, here's my file name. You want to open it. If we get a string compare of these two strings, are they the same? No. Okay. So file names are absolutely case sensitive. So you have to, just like your variables. Your variables are case sensitive, so are your file names. Okay. So this is opening a file. You create a file pointer and you use the fopen. Okay, so all of this is online. There's a lot of websites dedicated to this. So you can find it. So you open a file, and then you read it. So there are different functions that allow you to read it. This I use to add gas. And it's just going to continue to loop until it finds the end of the file, and there's a stop. And then good programming practice is always clean up your file at the end. So if you started at 154 and did not submit your assignment, I have some feelings that this is part of it. So when you did the string token, the second function called is pass data line and pass null. That should have worked. Were you string tokening on a comment? You print it out explicitly right here, right afterwards. Like that? Okay. Alright, so when you run into issues like that, there's two different things we can do. I'm unfortunately not. When I learned to program, we didn't have debuggers and stuff like that in our IDE flat files. So I always put debuggers in my code and I put printouts everywhere. Because I want to know what's going on. What's my data? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So I recommend that you try to start getting into that habit. So with your situation, if I'm truly not sure what's going on with my data, I would do a printf here, and I would actually just print out my data line first, make sure that I'm even getting the right data. Okay? Maybe the length wasn't long enough. Maybe you only read 20 characters, but the longest one was like 33. Yes, sir.
I was trying to do the
Okay, so what using a character pointer is just a memory in address. And what it allows you to do is just put any amount of characters and store it into that variable. Whereas if it used to be array, so like a character array of 50 characters, that one explicitly will only store 50 characters. So the character pointer gives you unlimited. Okay? Now, there's two different things that happen, and this is something I'm considering me putting together like a programming sheet. So really learn how to program that. Feeling like it's not happening. So you cannot just stack it here to the array equal to some value. Right. You have to do some time. Yeah, the time. You have to do some time. So that's just understanding. That's understanding the nuances of speech and how you use your different variables. I feel like that's why I love Java, because we can do strings and character array track and real programming. Okay. No, this printing and pointer does not actually allocate memory at all. When you say equal to something else, that is initialized to the very space. Yes. Okay. So, have I left this up here long enough for people that are having trouble reading the file? Okay, so ASCII to integer. So some people were saying they had issues with that, it's deprecated, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, it does work. It may not, unless you roll your own or write your own function to convert that data from a string to an integer, I don't know any other way. Jonathan, do you?
What library?
ASCII to integer or standard line?
Yes, I mean, most likely you're using it, but it forgets it. Because you have to include standard thing.
I don't even know how you're going to write a program without standard line. Can you?
Yeah, you can. As long as you're not calling it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And you have to use malloc on it. That might be a problem. If you don't include malloc, none of your will work.
That's not true.
What?
I do not include malloc.
Then how did you call malloc?
Part of standard IO or standard line?
Hopefully it doesn't work for me.
Okay. So, yes.
For that while do you have any reservation using while, not while in the file?
Nope. Works too. Okay. Yes.
I had a really hard time with fscan f and fgets not working with each other.
Okay.
If you called one, the other one would always fail. Like if you
What do you mean?
Like if I use fgets and then below it I use fscanf, like the fscanf would not work. And the same with the opposite way.
I have to look at that. That's interesting. So, okay. Back to mercy. You still want to do this. Because assignment 2 is more with less with recursion. So, yes, with data file IO. Not just reading. Okay. Now, for those of you that are like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. I've never had to see this before. I have something for you. Okay, so this is reality in the programming world. You get asked to do stuff all the time that you have never done before. Because you're the smart person. So I have a little question.
Our company has a new strategic initiative to increase market penetration, maximize brand loyalty, and enhance intangible assets. In pursuit of these objectives, we start a new project which will require 7 red lines. I understand your company can help us in this matter.
Of course. Walter here will be the project manager. Walter, we can do this, can't we?
Yes, of course. Anderson here is our expert in all matters
You
related
guys
to
are
red
Anderson.
lines.
Okay.
Nice to meet you. Well, you all know me. This is Justine, our company's design specialist. Hello. We need you to draw 7 red lines, all of them strictly perpendicular. Some with greening and some with transparent. Can you do that?
No, I'm afraid it's not a question of any basic answers, Anderson. The task has been set and needs to be carried out. At the end of the day,
The term red line implies the color of the line to be red. To draw a red line with green ink is, well, it's not exactly impossible. It's pretty close to being impossible.
what's that even mean? Impossible.
I mean, it is impossible. There are some people say suffering from color blindness, for whom the color of the lines doesn't really make a difference. But I'm quite sure that the target audience of your project doesn't consist solely of such people.
So in principle, this is possible.
Fine. Line as such can be drawn with absolutely any ink, but if you want to get a red line, you need to use red ink.
Why don't we draw them with blue ink?
It still won't work. If you use blue ink, you'll get blue lines.
And what exactly did you mean when you talked about the transparent?
How to explain? I'm sure you know what transparent means.
Yes, I do.
And what a red line means. I hope I don't need to explain to you. But you need to draw red lines with transparent ink.
Can you describe what you imagine the end result will be?
Come on, Anderson, we're going to be kindergarten.
Let's not waste our time with these unproductive quarrels. The task has been set, the task is plain and clear. Now, if you have any specific questions, then go ahead.
You'll be answered, yes. All right, let's leave aside the color for the moment. You had something there also relating to perpendicularity.
7 lines, all strictly perpendicular.
To what?
To everything amongst themselves. I think you know what perpendicular lines are like.
Of course he does. He's an expert.
2 lines can be perpendicular. All 7 can be simultaneously perpendicular to each other. I'll show you. This is a line, right?
Yes.
And another, is it perpendicular to the first line?
Well,
Yes, it is perpendicular.
exactly.
And the third one, is it perpendicular to the first line? Yes, it is. But it doesn't cross the second line. They're both parallel. Not perpendicular.
Suppose so.
There it is. 2 lines can be perpendicular.
Can I have a pen?
this is a triangle. Definitely not perpendicular lines. And there are 3, not 7.
Why? Indeed, I wouldn't have asked that myself.
Blue pen with me. This was just a demonstration.
That's the problem, your lines are blue, draw them with redding.
It won't solve the problem.
Well, how do you know? Well, you tried. Let's draw them with redding and let's see.
I don't have a red pen with me, but I'm completely certain that with redding, the result will still be the same.
Didn't you tell us earlier that you could only draw red lines with red ink? In fact, yes, I've written that down here. And now you want to draw with blue ink. Do you want us to call these red lines?
I think I understand. You're not talking about the colour now, right? You're talking about that what do you call it?
Perpendicularity, yes!
That's it, now you confuse everyone. So what exactly is stopping us from doing this?
Geometry.
7 red lines. It's not 20, it's just 7. Anderson, I understand you're a specialist of a narrow field. You don't see the overall picture. But surely it's not a difficult task to draw some 7 lines.
Exactly. Suggest a solution. Any fool can criticize. No offense. But you're an expert. You should know that.
Okay. Let me draw you 2 perfectly perpendicular red lines.
And I will draw the rest with transparent ink. They'll be visible, but I'll draw them.
Would this suit us? Yes, this will suit us. Yes, but at least a couple with green ink. Oh, and I have another question, if I may. Can you draw one of the lines in the form of a kitten? In the form of a kitten? Market research tells us our users like cute animals. It would be really great if we could.
No.
That's all right.
Look, I can of course draw you a cat. No, I'm just I can give it a try, but it won't be a line anymore. It will be a cat. A line and a cat. These are 2 different things.
Not a cat. A kitten. They're little. Cute. Cuddly. Cats, on the other hand,
It won't make a difference.
Anderson, at least hear her out. She hasn't even finished speaking and you're already saying no.
I got the idea. But it's impossible to draw a line in the form of a cat.
What about a bird?
So, where do we stop? What are we doing?
7 red lines, 2 with red ink, 2 with green ink, and the rest with transparent. Did I understand correctly?
Yes.
Excellent. In which case, that's everything, right?
I almost forgot, we also have a red balloon. Do you know if you could inflate it?
What do I have to do with balloons?
It's red.
Anderson, can you or can you not do this? A simple question.
As such, I can, of course. But
Excellent. Organize a business trip. We'll cover the expenses, go over to their location, inflate the balloon. Well, this is very productive. Thank you all.
Did this help?
Can I ask you one more question, please? When you inflate the balloon, could you do it in the form of a kitten?
of course I can. I can do absolutely anything. I'm an expert.
So, this problem is solved.
Anderson tells me that we need to draw 7 red lines, all strictly perpendicular, some with green ink and some with transparent ink, and at least 1 in the form of a kitten. Sounds fun. Let's get to work. Seven perpendicular red lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 drawn using red ink, 2 drawn using green ink, and 3 drawn using transparent ink. And 1 in the form of a kitten. My name is Scott Williamson, and I am an expert.
Okay. So, for like 154 of you, one, you need to embrace this expertly and try them. I'm telling you, this is reality. Out in the real world, you get signed up for so much shit. You're going, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, what just happened? And it's always your fault. And you're going to be Anderson, okay? So I need you guys to do this. I'm not reopening the assignment because I want a 2 down for you. That is the risk. Makes you feel so all-powerful. Okay, so, for those of you that want to sign up to, yes, I will post it. Okay, I just have to finish documenting it. So assignment 2 is going to build on assignment 1. So those of you that haven't done assignment 1, you really need to, because it's going to make assignment 2 so much easier because we're doing more of this stuff, and then we're going to use the program to reverse our results. Alright? So, that's all I have for you. On Monday, we're going to talk about the staff. And then we're going to go back through this